Well, I don't believe that this current administration is doing things exactly the same way the previous administration is, pursued their own security affairs. As you have alluded, you've mentioned quite a few steps that have been taken, at least seem to have been instructed to be taken by this current administration, such as withdrawal of, policemen from VIPs. Even though I am not satisfied with its implementation, and I have to also agree with my co-panelists, more often than not in this country, we've had presidents give instructions to those serving them, and those instructions don't get implemented. I think I find it very, very amusing that the Inspector General Police will tell Nigerians that there are only roughly about 11,000 police officers that are following VIPs. I think that number is grossly understated. So our problem has not always been about instructions. Various presidents have given directives, but our problem has always been implementation. And that's where we are getting it, we're falling short, is implementation. I think if the president will follow up with his directives to ensure that those who are serving him and serving this country are not somehow subverting those directives, we will get to where we need to be. But if directives are given and those serving are subverting it, using their technical expertise where they serve to avert, following up the instructions that have been given to them, then the instruction is just merely, in principle, not in practice. That is number one. Now, number two, yes, it's not about the numbers. It's also about the quality. But I agree that I can tell you that both numbers and the quality are necessary. We can achieve both. We can achieve both quantity and quality. There are some other countries that have much more larger security forces than Nigeria, and yet those security forces have both quantity and quality. The truth of the matter is that Nigeria is too vast, both in terms of land mass and in terms of population, for the number of security agencies that we have in this country. So the directive by Mr. President to increase the number of policemen, though that number, even with that increment, is still not enough, but it is better to start somewhere. The directive to increase the Nigerian police force, increase the army, is a good one, because definitely we do need more boots on the ground.